Hey, what's up, guys? Hey, it's Dr. Darren here. Wait, what? Ah! Wrong way. Is this better? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Hey, hey, YouTubers. Welcome. This is Dr. Darren, board-certified family physician practicing in rural emergency medicine. Okay, welcome to the April edition of Dumb Doctor, where we learn how to start a YouTube channel. Okay, let's do it. Double. So you want to start a YouTube channel? Sweet! Now, so did I. So, now, the whole idea of the Dumb Doctor. Let's just do a recap and reintroduction, okay? You can go to the Dumb Doctor, my YouTube channel over there. Okay, the whole idea is that for the past 12 years, I have been focused entirely on medicine so that I can provide excellent care to my patients, right? Now, that has been at the sacrifice of sometimes, many would argue, very basic knowledge of basic things. Auto mechanics, what an alternator is, investing, saving, taxes, gardening, life organization skills. All these things were pushed aside because I had to focus and get through pharmacology and pathology and residency and all my general surgery and OB rotations, and I freaking loved it. And I get asked a lot of the times, if I had to go back and do it all over again, would I? Abso-freaking-lutely, man. There is not a better job out there, okay? But it was at the cost of a lot of things, right? And I want to learn those things. I am ready to shore up my deficiencies. And so I like the alliteration of Dumb Doctor. So that's what this channel is about. That's what this is. Once a month, I pick one topic that I am embarrassingly weak at. And hopefully by sharing my weaknesses in my journey, it'll encourage you to be okay with not knowing everything. And it'll encourage you and just light a fire for you to go and learn things that you want to learn about. April was I wanted to start a YouTube channel. Okay, and that's what Dumb Doctor is. And I have become passionate about the healthcare of this next generation, this Gen Zers that have no inclination to go into an office. They want video, they want instruction and education, and they have to be entertained or they're out. So it was important to me to start a YouTube channel to add my insight and my encouragement and my knowledge that will help, hopefully, inspire and help keep this generation healthy. And that's where the idea of starting a YouTube channel for the specific intentions of educating and encouraging the next generation came in. But first, I had to figure out how to do it. This is my journey, and I wanted to share it with you. All right, so you'll notice that most of the commentary on this video is basically at the end of the month. It's actually May 11th. So I'm just starting to put this all together, right? The majority of the month of April, I recorded a ton of randomness because I didn't know what I wanted on my YouTube page. I tried a variety of different things. Here's some examples. Y'all know what time it is. It's time. So, as I'm doing this, I couldn't help but think of the anatomy of the human body. Kind of randomness, right? We have health, which I'm passionate about, and we have me working on my property, which I love to do, and then we have little excerpts of me trying to get little sound bites and create little cultures within my videos. Randomness, right? I wanted to be able to express my own personality, my outlook on life. I wanted to offer my medical expertise. I wanted to be able to also document some of my journey in some of my mountain bike trail building, my family, my love for music and art and movies, all those things. But I didn't know how to put it together, how to incorporate it. I didn't know how to make it legal. I didn't know what was legal. I didn't know how to get video and music, all those things. So, man, it's just a hodgepodge of messiness. So, probably one of the single-handed most important thing that helped me get through medical school and residency was a whiteboard. Okay? Everything that I got in my cabeza, one time or another, was written on a whiteboard over and over and over and over again. Sometimes they were ones that fit in my bag. Sometimes I went and got shower linoleum at Home Depot and screwed it on top of my wall. I got dry erase markers and took notes while in the shower, okay, to try to internalize all these medications and doses and pathologies and anatomy Latin-based terms, all these things. So I am going to continue that as I share with you. So you can see this. It's how to start a YouTube channel on the go with only a phone. We're gonna go through all the benefits and limitations of using a phone, and we're really going to try to go through the basic necessities you're going to need, lessons that I've learned along the way, okay? And we're going to talk about why I chose to use just the phone and why I think it's a benefit for anybody who's starting to just use what they already have, all right? So let's get to it. So I just want to quote one of my favorite quotes, okay? It's from Michael Scott. It's, "You miss 100% of the shots you don't take." Wayne Gretzky. If you have any desire to do to make a YouTube channel, if you're passionate about any topic, whether it's ceramics or gardening or crocheted piggy bank and toilet paper covers, okay, that like my grandma used to make, if you're passionate about something, I guarantee there is an audience out there for you. So just start it. As an emergency physician, a lot of the times, right, we have to break things down into very simple step-by-step things, because a lot of times we have a lot of information coming at us at a very rapid pace. You have to be aware of these basics so that you can provide the best care for the patient, right? Now, I would never compare the life of a patient with the success of a YouTube channel. That would be idiotic. But the principles of breaking things down to the simplest and most important topics is very valuable. And it is a tool that as physicians have across the world, and I think it's a tool that successful YouTubers have. In starting your YouTube channel, okay, and then in me in this journaling, I had no idea where to start. So I had to break it down into those simple steps, okay? So there are 3 bare bone basics of starting your YouTube channel, okay? Number 1, okay, you have to have a YouTube membership, right? It's free. That's it. Step 1's done. Sign up. Now, on that note, you have to come up with a channel name. Now, what I would recommend in this certain circumstances, okay, is determine something that is not trendy, okay, but is timeless. And if I could recommend anything, it would be your name, okay? For example, I have acquaintances, aka my little sister, who had an email that was Missy Moon Goddess, okay? Now, in high school and junior high, yeah, that was kind of cute. But as a 30-year-old woman, maybe not so much as professional, okay? If that's what you want to go for, man, I'm not one to clip your wings. Fly, birdie, fly, okay? But if you're trying to create content, sometimes it's nice to have a little level of classiness, right? And your name is classy. Your name is timeless, okay? This channel did a great job of talking about this very thing, about when she created a content and it grew and it outgrew that name. I named mine Dr. Darren, and this particular channel, The Dumb Doctor, okay? Now, Dr. Darren, this is a name given to me when I was a resident, because I introduced myself as Darren to everybody, but the nurses needed to identify me to the patients as someone, not just a 12-year-old that was walking around in a white coat. So they would introduce me as Dr. Darren, and I kind of liked it. And I just thought Dr. Thomas was too hoity-toity, and I'll be honest, I didn't wear the white coat for the same reason. I didn't like that. It's probably why I went into emergency medicine and family care, because man, I don't like those white coats. They're just too stiff, okay? So, and then The Dumb Doctor, I went into why I named it that earlier, okay? So you got to have a YouTube channel, bare bones, basic number 1, boom, is you have to have an account and choose your account name wisely. All right, so you set up your YouTube account. You determine that Missy Moon Goddess 37 Pimp Daddy S is your YouTube channel name, and then someone smacks and says, knock it off. Do something that's classic and timeless. Number 2, bare bones basics of starting a YouTube channel on the go with your phone, okay, is your recording device. Okay, there is a lot of different recording devices that you can use, right? But none of those matter, because this is about recording and starting a YouTube channel with just a phone. So you're not interested in those. Bam! Moving on. Okay, but most people in developed countries have some sort of phone that is not a dumb phone, but it is a smartphone that has recording capabilities. And let's face it, many of these cameras are better than many of the digital cameras that you have out there. Okay, especially if you already have one. Okay, it costs you $0 to purchase a camera because you already have one, and they can fit in itty bitty living spaces in your back pocket. Okay, I'm a big believer of the rule, the 2190 rule. So the 2190 rule is the rule about forming a habit. Okay, so you want to develop some habit. Let's say our habit is creating a YouTube channel. My goal is to do it for a year. In order for me to get a year, I have to first do it for 21 days. Okay, the general consensus is to accomplish any goal and to establish a habit, you have to do it consistently, religiously for 21 days. That means without fail. Okay, Armageddon. This is the Aerosmith asteroid coming to the earth, about to explode. You still make your YouTube content. All right, if that's your goal, whether it's exercising, whether it's diet, whether it is learning a foreign language. Okay, 21 days, boom. Okay, then once you accomplish that 21 days, then you reaffirm that goal and you decide that now it's a habit to continue it without fail for 90 days. Okay, and statistics show that if you follow the 2190 rule, your chances of this becoming a lifestyle exponentially increase. Okay, now that's the 2190 rule. Now I have added a 0 at the end, the 2190 rule. Now in the 2190 rule, the 0 represents the dollar amount. Okay, this is a goal that I have for myself and that I think you, okay, should try to hold yourself to try to stay as close to 0 when you're trying to build that 2190-day habit as possible. The majority of people that start any new habit will fail multiple times. Okay, and so I've seen in my own personal life, my family lives, my career, people that have set goals and who have invested heavily into those goals, okay, before they made it a habit. You know it's true, and you know we've all done it. Okay, I've had friends that have invested thousands of dollars. They could have bought a car for the cost of a bicycle because they were going to get into road biking, right? Sure, they were going to ride for 21 days, then they were going to ride for 90 days, and then they were going to ride for 50 years. Yet they'd never proved to themselves that they really were passionate about bicycling. And so they buy the bike, and then guess what? Guess where their bike is? In the garage. Eventually they sell it on Craigslist, okay? Or dieting. As a personal trainer in the state of Utah in undergrad, okay, I saw people at the beginning of the year and the beginning of every month come in hordes, recommitting, financially contributing to their health, which I loved and I'm passionate about. But when you invest too much, too early, it can backfire, okay? And then you're left high and dry with your wallet a little lighter, okay? So my suggestion is start with what you have, okay? Start that habit for 21 days. Continue it for 90 days. Trying to keep your financial contribution as close to 0 as possible, okay? If you have a phone, use the phone, okay? Don't get a tripod yet, right? Some of you might be saying, oh, yeah, you probably have all the fancy stuff. No, I don't. You can tell that the audio here is not very good. Start with what you have. Start with the phone. Don't get a tripod yet. Prop it in a tree. Have a friend hold it, okay? Prove to yourself that this is something you are going to be passionate about consistently and earn that time, okay? The very first triathlon I ever did was on a borrowed mountain bike, but they're horribly slow, okay? before you buy a nice Workback, find one on Craigslist. Find one of those people that bought them super cheap and just wants to get it out of the garage, and you can get it for cents on the dollar. Try to get as close to zero as possible. Okay, so your recording device, I would recommend anything you have. Laptop, GoPro, phone, mom's phone, iPad, Walgreens security cam. Shoot, just go in there and do that, right? Pay off the security officer and you got your content, right? So that's bare bones. Number 2, okay? So number 1 is create your content name, channel name. Number 2 is establish what your recording device is. One of the reasons that the phone works for me is because I don't like sitting down in one place, right? I'm a physician. I am active in my church. I have 4 daughters, okay, a wonderful wife. I've got property that I'm maintaining, an orchard, a garden. I've got a lot of things. I'm all over the place. And sitting down in front of a computer in a desk just doesn't work with me. So what I would recommend for beginners, okay, if you have an iPhone, which is the only one I can reference to, is iMovie. It's incredibly simple, user-friendly, and it has most functions that you would need to make a video, okay? Once you get past that, or you feel like your editing skills have grown to a level that you want more tricks and stuff like that, I would recommend LumaFusion, okay? This is not sponsored by them, but I find that they are the one-stop shop to basically integrate all aspects of media, music and video, and it lets you add multiple layers deep, and it's all on your phone. Okay, you don't need new laptops, you don't need software, and for me, running around my kids, editing my videos here and there, 30 seconds, 5 minutes here, it's better for me and my lifestyle. Now, one of the drawbacks is it actually does cost some money, okay? But I used iMovie for quite a while, and I've been using iMovie for more than 21 or 90 days, and I knew that it was an investment. If I was going to be doing this for a year, that I wanted to invest in. So this was when I crossed that line and put some money into it. So let's watch how I use my phone to do it. All right, so here's my home screen. You kind of see my family in the background. So one of the cool things that I learned is how to do screen recordings. I'm actually doing a voiceover right now, so that's cool. So first you go to settings, and then you're gonna go to control center and then customize controls, and you'll see screen recording. I've already selected it, but normally it would be down here. Click it, move it up here, then it becomes part of your swipe page. Your timer, your alarms, and everything like that. So that's phenomenal. I absolutely love it. Okay, so here's my ugly mug. And so let's start a new project. So we come over here, hit the plus button, and we enter our new project. And so I actually have a hard time naming these things. So we'll just see what we name it. And YouTube, let's see, maybe iPhone, who's it, what's it? No, we'll start with LumaFusion, give them props for their awesome product. Yeah, we'll do that. So we got our basic start page, right? So you can see a video, that's the blue box. The audio is the green box, and above it, you're gonna see an empty space, but that's where you can put your titles, your transitions, your overlay. So here's me in a building that my wife and I decided to chip and Joanna Gaines it.
So we're back in this area. So
you can kind of hear my voice, and I'm going to edit this out. But so you go back to the beginning. So then what you can do is you can do a voiceover, which is cool, or your title play. So we click on the title, we double click on that, we type up in their top, we type whatever we want to type, which is phenomenal. It's just really, it takes a lot to figure it out initially. There are too many buttons and too many features. I wish that they would have like a phase when you first open this, like the new beginner phase, then the moderate phase, and then the expert, and they allow certain functions during certain phases. But so this is our first investment property. It's a 130-year-old 3-story building in downtown Quincy. I'm so excited to restore it. A couple hours here and there before and after my shifts. It's absolutely gorgeous. 13-foot high building walls. I'm really excited to do it. So here we go. We got a voiceover. You can see that. And that was just a click and a move, just sip it around. So let's say we want some music, right? So we go over to Files or Plus, and then you're going to add it. You can switch to Music or Files. And so you'll notice that I clicked on Documents. Now, this is interesting because what I've actually discovered is not a problem, but as you're becoming a YouTube content creator, you have to determine if you want to use licensed products, videos and music that has a copyright on it. If you use those, YouTube has the capabilities to flag those as copyright infringement, and then if any monetization was going to be earned from that video, it would go to the person that had the copyrighted material within the video. So initially I was using the app called GarageBand, and I would record the music and then download it onto my iMusic and then use that. But as I've made more and more videos, I want to make that video my own. So I'm using music from Artlist.io, which is an amazing program that gives you thousands upon thousands of really good quality music that I think really takes your songs or videos to the next level. So right here, we're just doing a title, and we're typing this title in, and this will be the title page entrance. And you put it at the beginning, and you can do whatever you want. You'll notice through all this, you can have size variations. There's quick borders and colors you can pick, and then you just move and drag. It's very, very easy once you know where the buttons are. Once you know where the functions are, you can basically create this however you want. Now, there are better software products out there, but I find that they are on desktops only or laptops. For iPad and iPhone, LumaFusion, I believe, is the superior option. Okay, so one of the things that I really love doing is the screen option. Took me a while to figure it out, but you scroll down and find another video you want to play within this video. This is typically what you'll see when you do a reaction video. You've seen in my medical music reviews, I'll play the video of the musician as I'm discussing the medicine behind it. And so you put it in there, and then you hit this little tab, you pick the video you want, drop it in, and then you're going to hit the video function, move it over, and then you'll adjust the cropping size and put it where you want it in the screen, which is a really cool function that you can do on your phone. So this allows you to do the screen viewing. And so this is a really neat function that you can't do in iMovie or a lot of other free softwares. And so this alone, I think, is valuable for what I want to do in my YouTube page. You can have independent controls for each video playing, sound. You can speed up, slow down. There's you can see down at the bottom, there's different transferring. Here's the volume settings, and you can adjust the volume increase, crescendo, decrescendo functions of it. It's pretty dang cool. And so I've been absolutely pleased with the ability for this screen option. Okay, just like iMovie, you've got the cut, the crop function, delete what you don't want. Obviously, that's more music that I want to play right now, so I crop it out, and basically I have my video. So then I click on download, movie, YouTube, and then I make sure it's on my right page. It gives me my dimensions. I add descriptions, make sure the title's right. I hit click, upload. Now I canceled it because I don't necessarily want this on this, but that is basically the intro version of LumaFusion, and it couldn't be more amazing. Super pumped about it. Now I did that on a recliner. Bam! I could do it on a swing at the park. I could do it in the parking lot when I'm waiting for something to pick up, maybe at the grocery store. It is amazingly convenient. Basically has all the bells and whistles I need. I cannot recommend it any higher. Your content, okay? And then I'll just say real quick again on your content, okay? Whatever it is, okay? It doesn't matter, okay? I interviewed Jerry Rig Everything, okay? And he's got over 5 million subscribers. I'm good friends with his wife, okay? And hopefully I get to know him more on a personal level. But I noticed when I was researching his channel, I noticed that what his content was at the very beginning of his just journey of YouTube content creating was a little different than what he was doing on a regular basis now. And I asked him why he made that change. And he had a very specific reason why he made that change, okay? So whatever your content is, maybe it doesn't really matter. Maybe you just need to get in the motion of moving, right? As with physical exercise, right? Every journey begins with a step, just moving, right? Getting in the habit of waking up, putting your shoes on, and just stepping outside the door. Maybe that habit is all you need to eventually walk a mile, to eventually run a mile, to eventually run a 5K, okay? Creating that habit. So really content, maybe not the most important, okay? But sometimes people are self-conscious about that. I went the other direction. I made a channel called The Dumb Doctor. I decided to embrace my deficiencies and my lack of knowledge of tons of stuff, okay? So whatever your content is, be passionate about it because that will come out, okay? Hopefully you guys you catch a sliver of the passion I have for educating and entertaining and just being hopefully a force for good and just trying to uplift people, okay? And so if YouTube is something you want to try, go for it. Create your idea, your content, and know that it might morph, it might change, or you might find something that just resonates with millions of people and it will all be better for it. Okay, guys, so that is starting a YouTube channel on the go, okay? So tell them what you told them, tell them what you're gonna tell them, and then tell them what you told them, okay? So one, start up, okay? Wayne Gretzky, Michael Scott, Dr. Darren, if you're gonna do it, just do it, right? We got a pond out in front of our house, and right now it is frigid cold, but my kids, they want me to swim with them because somehow kids' skin just don't feel cold temperatures, okay? I've got my option of slowly walking in or just cannonball the crap out of it and just get into it, okay? If you want to do this, schedule your life, make it happen, get it started, okay? Start a YouTube channel, 1, okay? Bare bones, basic, number 1. Number 2, okay, your recording device. Number 3, find some sort of software. And honestly, when you're just starting, it doesn't matter if it sucks, okay? You need to learn that it sucks. You need to learn how difficult it is to do editing on a software that is subpar, because then it makes you appreciate and know what to look for yourself in software that you may be purchasing. Holy moly, that was a long video, the longest one I've ever made, but it was a month of learning. And I can honestly say I have learned a ton, not only about YouTube, but also about myself. And man, I just got mad props to YouTube content creators, okay? This was very difficult for me, okay? I like to move. I like to play sports. I like to hike. I like to swing axes. And I feel like if I'm doing something physical, I have proof of my productivity, right? And if I'm sitting, whether it's reading or writing or even YouTube creating, sometimes the only thing that's sore is my butt. But it is difficult trying to create quality content that you're passionate about, that is entertaining, and for me, educational. Okay, so I want to give props out to the people of the YouTube community. You guys are phenomenal. I think that this is a very unique niche that some people are actually making a living out of, okay? So anyways, that is the Dumb Doctor episode for the month of April. May is going to be a doozy. I'm super excited about it, okay? So if you have any questions, message me. Keep enjoying the content across the world. We love you, YouTube. Peace. Nuggets. Nuggets. Nuggets.